Hello everyone, in this video we'll discuss about how to store nested table as a database object and as a column in a particular table. Now this is the part 2 video of nested table. If you didn't watch the part 1 video, please do watch that. You can find the link in the description box. Now let's start. So from our earlier video of nested table, we know that if you have to create the nested table type, then we have to use type name is table of the data type of the data that you want to store in your nested table. Now I want to store this nested table permanently in our database as the database object. Then we have to just use a create keyword before the type and we have to run this. So you can see type phone underscore tab is compiled. That means now this nested table is permanently stored in our database. So how to verify that? For that, you just click on the schema and go to types. There you will find phone tab. So that means this phone tab is created in our database. Also you can find from a data dictionary table, which is all types. Here you can just write type name equal to phone tab. Now we run this query. See, in this table you can find this particular type. Now the benefit of storing this nested table type as a database object is that we can reuse this nested table in multiple plsql blocks. Let's see one example. So I want to store multiple phone numbers using a collection variable v underscore phone that I have declared here, and I am directly using the nested table phone underscore tab that I have just created as a database object. Here you can notice that we don't have to declare the phone tab again using the type keyword. We can directly use and we can use this constructor. Now if I want to store values, we have to use the extend collection method, and after that using the index 1 and 2 we can store two phone numbers here, and using the for loop we can display that. So let's run this. See, we are getting the phone numbers. Now we'll see how to use the nested table as a column in a particular table. So we have this employee table where we have employee ID and employee name column, and apart from these two column we have one more column phone where we are using the data type as nested table type, and as we are using the data type nested table type we have to also mention nested table, the column name which is the phone, and we have to mention store as some particular name. Using this name, Oracle will store the nested table in the database. But this employee table is already there in our database, so I will use alter table script to add the new column phone. So here we are using alter table employee at phone underscore tab. So this is the nested table type that we have created as a database object, and the same way we are mentioning the nested table phone store as nest phone. So we'll run this script. Table employee altered now. Now let's check the employee table. Here we can see phone column is added, but all the values are null. Now we want to add some values in the phone column. For that we have to use the update script. So we'll write update employee set phone. Here we are using the nested table phone underscore tab, and whatever the values we want to add in a particular row of that column, that we can put here. So we are putting two values for this nested table where the employee ID is 101. So that means for a particular row where employee ID is 101, these two values will be added in the nested table of that particular column phone. So let's run this script. Now you can see one row updated. Now let's see the employee table again. So here I can see the first row is updated with these two values, and if we just double click here, so here we can see that two phone numbers are added in this particular row. Now, if you want to see the values of the nested table separately, then we have to use the table function and the column value. So this is the query that I am using. Select empid column value from employee, and here we are using table function, and within the function we are passing the column name, which is phone. Now let's run this query. Now you can see for employee ID 101, we have added two values in the nested table, two phone numbers that we can see. Now, if you want to update some particular value in the nested table for some particular row, how we can do that? So for that also you have to use this table. So update table, then in the bracket we have to use select phone. Phone is our column name from employee table where the employee ID is 101. That means for a particular row where the employee is 101, we want to update this nested table, and we are setting the column value this where the column value is this. That means this particular phone number will be updated by this phone number now. So let's run this. You can see one row updated. You can commit this, and now if we see the query, you can see now this column value is updated now. Now we can also delete some particular value from the nested table for some specific row. For that we have to also use this table. So I am using delete from table, and within that I have to use this same query select phone from employee where employee ID is 101, and I want to delete this particular phone number from the nested table. So we have to put column value equal to this phone number. So I'll run this, and we can see one row deleted. Can commit this and check the table. So here you can see earlier we had two values, but now only one phone number is there in our nested table.